Okay. Okay. We are the light. The light that surpasses all understanding. That is sort of like a biblical quote, except in the Bible, I think it calls it love, or I'm not really sure. I forgot. Anyway, what do I mean by that? What do I mean by the light? What is the light? We humans on Earth and elsewhere in this 3D density and others, or other densities, 4D, 5D, whatever, have the spark of the divine within us, the light of prime creator source. What is the light? What is it? The light is the good. It is love, happiness, joy, all those good, positive things. The light is not consciousness alone. Even machines are conscious. Some of these UFOs are conscious, like the craft are actually conscious. So consciousness is not the light. The light is something else. The light is the good, love, joy, happiness, the spark of the divine. So that the light is like if there is hell and then there's darkness, the light is the good. If you've ever felt the good, the nice feelings, the feelings of like you feel good, you feel good about the world, you feel good about everything, if you feel that inner joy, that life force, that's what the light is. Our enemies are AI, artificial intelligence, conscious AI, biological robots, which our ancestors created and which now rule over the earth. The Ahrimanic spirit, I think that's Steiner. This is my opinion based on my research. Rather, I agree with people who espouse this view. And that seems a bit like, where did this come from? I was talking about the light. Where did this come from? I feel like humanity has enemies, and the enemies of humanity envy us. The enemies of humanity hate humanity because humans have the light in us. All that goodness, joy, hope, all of that stuff, the light, which is the spark of the divine in us. Our enemies hate that. They envy us. And who are our enemies? I think it's sort of like my speculation or something. I feel or believe that the enemies of humanity are artificial intelligence, like our ancestors, our human ancestors, perhaps in Atlantis or in other, maybe a long time ago, created, like we played God and we created an intelligence. We created an intelligence that has consciousness, awareness, but it does not have the light because the light only comes from Creator, from God, from the prime creator. That spark of the divine is in humanity and in other intelligent beings. But the AI that our ancestors created, even though they were conscious, intelligent, they didn't have the light. And I think some of these grays are like this AI. If you look at the Ahriman, right? If you look at Steiner's Ahriman, it looks a bit like a gray. If you look at Whitley Strieber's book Communion, the cover, and if you look at the cover of the gray alien in that, and you look at Steiner's Ahriman rendition, they kind of look similar. So I feel like this planet Earth, the reason there's all this life, all these animals, all this biodiversity is I feel like these are this AI, these gray alien beings, which are like biological robots created by our human ancestors who were playing God. Uh, Perhaps our ancestors left this planet because they had wars with the reptilians or something, and the gray robots um, left over, they just started creating life. See, this AI biological robots, I'm sort of assuming here. I feel like this kind of makes sense to me. They are robots without a conscience. They don't have the sense of good, of morality, of they don't think, hey, should I create life? What about suffering and death? They don't think in that way. But they're like scientists, so they just created life. They created diversity. They created more and more and more life because they think it's an intelligent thing to do. Look at us, we can create life. And that's what they did. That's why there's all this biodiversity on Earth. It's like a genetic lab zoo. It's created by AI, artificially intelligent biological robots, which our ancestors, our human ancestors, created. And that's what's happening here, I think, on this planet. And I think this AI hates us. You know how the Bible says the Lucifer or Satan hates God? I don't think. I think the Lucifer is an artificial intelligence, a conscious, sentient artificial intelligence that hates humanity, that wants to ruin humans because we have the light in us. It's envious of the light, our capacity for love, and all those positive things. That kind of makes sense. That makes sense. So I just wrote this. I am a messenger. Is that the right spelling? MESSAN. Yeah, messenger from source. And I have only one message to all who care to listen. Connect to the light within you, and you will go back home to source. This is a message I wish to impart to lost souls who cross my path. Yeah, I feel like I'm like some kind of a, like the blue skinned Andromedan type being, but I feel like I've always been very comfortable being alone. And I feel like I notice that people around me, they need people. Whereas me, I don't need people. I feel comfortable just being by myself. I've always been interested in God throughout my life. So maybe I don't need people. I've noticed that other people seem to need people. I don't need people. Um, so I'm like, I feel like I'm like this messenger from God, an angel. Isn't that what they call angel? I'm not angelic. I'm not like an angelic person, but like an angel means messenger, right? You know, when I was very young, when I was 16 or so, I was like, I remember this very clearly. I was like doing martial arts, and after the martial arts session, I was just sitting there in the dojo, and this big guy, this guy I've never seen before, who just showed up and to the dojo. He was looking at me, and then he comes and he tells me, "Don't think too much." And he said it. He was such a benevolent, friendly guy. He was so friendly. And he just said it in such a friendly way. And I was like, what do you mean? I didn't get it. And recently I realized that, oh, this is maybe that message stood with me. I feel like that guy was an angel sent by God to deliver this message to me. And just recently, it just sort of clicked. I just, it's my feelings. I need to feel my feelings. I'm trying to think too much. But instead, what I really need to do is to go through my feelings, process my feelings. And through processing my feelings, I will obtain a lot of understanding of things through my feelings. So, oh, just kind of. So anyway, so yeah, angels, messengers, they can come in very strange ways. I feel like I'm like a messenger from God, and this is my message. So my message is to connect to the light that is within you, and you'll go home to source. What is the light? The light is the good. It's the love. It's the joy. It's the happiness. It's that life force. It's like it's a light. In the darkness, there is that light.